when I originally got the idea for this exhibit in the book that Ken Burns and Dayton Duncan did, The National Parks, America's Best Idea. They said in the beginning chapters of the book that it was arguably the work of the early painters and photographers out west that was being viewed back east that resulted in a lot of those lands becoming protected and becoming national parks. And that was a profound statement to me to read as a photographer, saying, wow, I'm a photographer. I can go out at the 100-year anniversary in black and white, which is the medium I love to work in, as my bridge back to the past century, and photograph all these 59 parks, pick one iconic shot from each park, and have this collection of images that I would present during the centennial 100-year anniversary of the Park Service. The way I would work is I would get into a park and I'd spend 2 or 3 days normally looking for composition, because I'm a very composition-based photographer. I would try to find very tight composition. Again, I think, a lot of the people that I looked back on that I admired were the early painters, and the painters they could work with great composition because they're painting a scene, and you can adapt things with your artistic, things that you can do to your artistic liberties a little bit to make composition a little better sometimes than you can with photography. So I was always looking for very tight composition. People sometimes would come up to me in parks and say, oh, you must use a really expensive camera, a really exotic camera, whatever, and that was not really the case. And it was nice once I switched into that digital workflow to be able to say, no, actually, the same thing you can do with your DSLR there is, you could do this too if you take the time to learn how to use it. Yosemite is a park that I love, and you're in a relatively tight, small, narrow valley. You're surrounded by 3,000-foot granite cliffs. You've got 1,500-foot waterfalls that are just beautiful and majestic, and evergreen trees and wildlife, abounds there, and just a great place. You could stand 360 or turn 360 degrees in the middle of it and probably not have a bad view or bad photograph. So I love Yosemite for that reason. I think it's got kind of a nurturing effect to it because you are down in that valley. My favorite park is the Grand Canyon. I've been there so many times, but every time I'm there, it surprises me there's so many elements to that park, the wildlife, the feel of it on the south rim, which is different than the north rim, the geological features of that park. When you stand on one of the rims looking out into it, you're looking at layers in time, and that's something that really I think changed me during this project, from where I was 5 or 6 years ago. From seeing these photographs, people may say, wow, I want to go see that park. That's one that's been on my list that I wanted to see, but I haven't got there yet. And after viewing your exhibit, I'm going to do it, that sort of thing. I totally enjoyed, feeling completely insignificant to the world sitting on the rim of the Grand Canyon. And that's what is so great about it when you're looking at something that is 60 million years in the making, that's right in front of you. And that's why these places have to be protected, I think.